Hey guys, how's it going? Rubik's Master here with your Monday video, showing up a little late. Sorry about this, but I got into town, well, not late last night, but early this morning, so I didn't have time to do really any of my videos for today, so you're getting this one uploaded as soon as I'm done making it right now, so kind of late in the evening. Anyway, so in light of all the recent updates, I was still able to upgrade my War Factory to level 6, thus allowing me to make M270s, are they? I believe that's what they are. And we're going to be looking at those units today. Now, I'm not going to be able to do any full demonstrations of attacking with these units, as I do not have enough critical cards to build a decent amount to do an attack. However, we can do a comparison between it and the rocket buggy, which is, of course, the most equivalent unit we have for it at this point. So, the M270 versus the rocket buggy. The M270 is, of course, a heavy vehicle, which in this game is a little bit shaky because in the original War Commander there was a definite line of different vehicles having a super effect on different things. Like, I believe in the original War Commander, heavy vehicles were extremely effective against walls and structures, whereas in this game, heavy vehicles are being advertised as being super effective against infantry. Not infantry, light vehicles. I apologize. However, these vehicles are not, the M270s are not very good at attacking light vehicles. They're definitely designed to be anti-structure. So, it's kind of, like I said, it's kind of weird. There's no real way to tell exactly what it's supposed to be super effective against. Anyway, so, looking at it, it has a DPS of 341 and health of 6100. Now, as that stacks up to the rocket buggy, that is less DPS and more health. So, DPS for the rocket buggy is 577, health is 4100. Now, these units aren't an exact parallel, as the rocket buggy's rockets have a very low trajectory, so if you're trying to attack a defense turret or unit that is standing behind a wall, the rocket buggy's rockets will hit the wall first, so you will have to destroy the wall before you can attack the defense platform, whereas the M270 will attack the defense platform directly. So some of that higher DPS is diverted a little bit. However, this is kind of offset by the lower capacity required by the rocket buggies. The rocket buggies require 75 capacity. The M270s require 100, just like the tanks. So if you adjust the DPS and health for per capacity used, the rocket buggy would actually have closer, like just under 6,000 health, and the DPS would be like 700 something. I don't have my calculator out, not doing the math, but it would be 700 something DPS and under 6,000 health. So when you look at that versus the M270 is kind of lacking in those areas. Now, where it's not lacking is speed and range. So the rocket buggy, even with its boosted range that I have right now, which granted is only level 3, I don't know exactly how much. It looks like 26 or 25% would be the maximum boost to the range. About double of what I have now, so plus 50. So the range on the rocket buggy would about top out at 300. Whereas the M270 is 340, and there's nothing you can do to boost the range, but 340 is really, really decent. It's only 20 less than the machine gun turret. And its equipment slot, its number 2 equipment slot, allows you to increase the damage dealt, which, in addition to leveling up, will greatly increase its available DPS compared to the rocket buggy. Now, the speed is 40. So using the M270, even with its upgraded health, you're still going to be using it in tandem with tanks. You're really not going to go all gung-ho just with M270s. And when you compare it that way, the rocket buggy's awesome speed is kind of negated. It's good for taking out railguns, but not much else. So the M270 speed of 40 is 10 less than Abrams. So if you're running with Abrams, you are going to be a little bit slower, but not that much. So, I didn't check what the initial one was. It increases health by a percent level. So, that's decent, especially with a high base health. Every percent of health you add is going to be really, really nice. So, let's jump into an attack here, and we'll just do some versus structure comparisons and see what we can get. Alright guys, so here we are, I'm on the world map, I'm attacking a heavy vehicle stronghold, and we're just going to probably not destroy the whole base, not with this platoon anyway, and we're just gonna mess around a little bit and see what does what damage versus what. Very technical, I know. Alright, so let's just spawn in and take care of that tank and those infantrymen. Select all, turn AI off so we don't make any mistakes like that. Oh, those are mortarmen, would you look at that. So we're going to go ahead and spawn M270s, or the M270, and we're going to target... Well, we didn't really target much of anything, really. Okay, so, the M270, let's just spawn those. That'll take care of those little pesky infantry dudes heading our way. Okay, so let's target that wall. Son of a gun. Okay, there, as you can see, the M270 fires a lot slower than... Well, the rockets travel a lot slower than, say, the M270 rockets. So, now that that's out of the way, let's see if we can actually get something done here. Let's take the M270 and target that wall. Now, oh, its blast radius is really, really big. And I targeted both those things to that wall, didn't I? That's a little embarrassing. You know what, actually, let's take this M270 and target those infantrymen. Will it be able to attack them from outside of its traction range? Oh, those are mortarmen. And it does not do much damage versus infantry. That's for sure. So you can see how slowly it fires. It fires a burst of rockets and then it's done. Alright. Alright. We got this, we got this. Let's take this group of tanks and attract that mortar's fire. And we're going to move in the M270 to do damage to that turret. Oh, wow. Okay, so we're going to take that away. In one burst, it did over half health to a level 3 defense platform, which is admittedly pretty low. Now, the rocket buggy, which has a much higher rate and does much more burst damage. Alright, we're going to just move these guys in. Again, more level 3. Oh, let's pull these guys out a little bit. No need to take completely unnecessary damage. That's being destroyed faster. Yep. Rocket Buggy definitely destroyed his much faster. Does deal a little bit higher DPS, so even with the more damage per burst, the, man, I'm sorry, my mind is shot. The Rocket Buggy, the M270 would theoretically deal more damage per burst. However, even the Rocket Buggy with its faster burst still does more damage and is able to take out that defense platform a little bit quicker. Now, those are level 5 rocket buggies versus level 4 M270s. And the M270 is an introductory unit of this type to the heavy vehicle class. Now, because that is just one M270 though, and it is one rocket buggy. But if you were attacking a realistic base defense scenario, you would want your vehicles to be able to target the turrets immediately, instead of having to destroy the walls in front. Also, the additional health with rocket buggies, they're so squishy that if they get kind of tangled up within the Abrams and are hit by a turret such as this salvo turret here, you can easily start losing your DPS. Whereas with the M270 with higher individual health, it can take a few hits from that salvo turret without being that big of a deal. Like, you have a little bit more margin for error in doing this. So I'm definitely going to be using M270s. The increased range is really, really, really attractive. The massive burst damage is really attractive. I'd imagine any decent sized amount of M270s would be able to one-shot just about any defense platform that you were trying to one-shot. And with their slow speed, by the time they move to target another defense platform, they would be charged up again. So basically, you'd just be going from defense platform to defense platform, destroying them very, very, very quickly. Whereas rocket buggies, like I said, it's hit and miss. If there's a wall in the way, they're going to hit the wall. If you accidentally go in range of a mortar, or a howitzer, or salvo turret, you could start losing your DPS really quickly because they're so squishy. So, like I said, awesome unit. I'm going to be using it. I love those types of units in real life, and I think it's really cool that they're in this game. So, let me know what you guys think. In the higher levels, let me know y'all's strategies in using them. And until next time, y'all have an awesome day.